not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, the top 3, I'm not number 1. How could you post that? I want a crowd, the city is mine.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Minnesota Vikings and the Los Angeles Rams. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Mecole Hardman to return it from his end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40, Mecole Hardman. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Minnesota. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7, Rams nothing. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle it, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the Rams at 9-2 to start play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, LA. We'll go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? You give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize this? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. carry now on first down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's Murray. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? PAT. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now the Rams are going to hold things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. From the gun, Murray. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
Yeah, the next-gen stats going to show that sack carried out in just 2.5 seconds from beginning to end. Murray sets to throw on 4th. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Just a yard to go here on second down. To throw, it's Murray. Oh, wide open, complete. It's 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Mecole Hardman, a touchdown on a kick return, and now one through the air. And the Vikings are able to strike quick. They are in for 6. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Running the jet sweep with Ridley. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They go play action with Lawrence. Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports.
On the go.
Now Lawrence on first down. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. On first down, Lawrence. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A give to Kamara running right. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Kamara. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Rams. Calvin Ridley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point early and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Out to the touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody... He's got a man! Complete! And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Rams will take over here just shy of the 30. A nightmare of a first half for him. And that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Going across the formation, he finds Freiermuth. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 3rd catch in this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there, because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Now he'll throw deep left side. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They go play action now. Lawrence. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, their first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
On play action, Lawrence. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And his throw is incomplete.
In today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Lawrence will throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. That's Moore. Touchdown! Elijah Moore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. And partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been in a lot of practices. It's not something.
And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Only the the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Extra point and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Catch is made by Hardman. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Mecole Hardman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in them. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Lawrence. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Lawrence. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Hardman on the return. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. They begin with Henry. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Murray now. Pass incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Murray. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
They're going for it. It's Murray. He's got a man. Complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They go for it on fourth down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. Play fake. Murray. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he is going to have a Rams first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on third down and 5. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the 39, Lawrence. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Now Lawrence steps away to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Vikings are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And oh, that is going to be a safety.
That's exactly what they were aiming for defensively. A huge early play that cuts off any opposing momentum at the knees. As soon as that snap was made, they were flying to the ball and through the line. Great call from the coaching staff and even better execution.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, but you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the break, aren't they?
First target, first catch, and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Kamara up the middle. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Kamara. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, Kamara. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. Able to find a seam for 14 yards, but still now facing a fourth down after the scramble.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first three quarters, and this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth, but a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Murray from midfield. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Well, throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They go play action with Lawrence. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, It's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Forced out to his left. And this is caught. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
As our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lamb, yeah, extra on top.
So the LA Rams with a victory here. That was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better.